1. What is the primary purpose of the Wechsler Individual Achievement Test, wiat? A. To evaluate emotional intelligence. B. To assess academic skills. C. To measure cognitive abilities. D. To evaluate social development. 2. Which subtest of the wiat primarily assesses a student's ability to identify and understand spoken words? A. Word reading. B. Oral expression. C. Listening comprehension. D. Math problem solving. 3. In the wiat, the written expression subtest is designed to measure A. A person's ability to engage in spoken communication. B. A person's ability to decode words. C. A person's ability to organize and express ideas in writing. D. A person's ability to complete mental calculations. 4. What does the mathematics fluency subtest on the wiat measure? A. The ability to understand complex word problems. B. The ability to solve math problems quickly and accurately. C. The ability to recognize mathematical symbols. D. The ability to memorize math facts. 5. Which of the following is an important consideration when using the WIT in educational settings? A. The test should be used exclusively for identifying students with learning disabilities. B. The results should always be communicated in simple terms to parents. C. The test results should be interpreted within the context of other academic assessments. D. The wiat should only be used with adult learners. 6. What is the most appropriate way to communicate wiat test results to a non-expert audience, such as a parent or guardian? A. Use complex statistical terms to explain results. B. Present test results in comparison to general population norms. C. Focus on detailed analysis of each subtest score. D. Offer no explanation and just provide raw scores. 7. Which of the following is not a common application of the wiat? A. Determining a student's eligibility for special education services. B. Identifying a student's reading comprehension level. C. Assessing a student's intellectual disability. D. Evaluating the effectiveness of an intervention program. 8. How should results from the wiat be used in an individualized education program, IEP? A. As the sole determinant of educational placement. B. To guide instructional planning and interventions. C. To identify students for discipline or behavioral concerns. D. To compare against state or national benchmarks. 9. Which subtest of the WIAT evaluates a student's ability to solve mathematical problems and apply mathematical concepts? A. Math fluency. B. Mathematics problem solving. C. Written expression. D. Listening comprehension. 10. The wiat includes which of the following domains of academic achievement? A. Emotional regulation. B. Vocabulary development. C. Listening and reading comprehension. D. Social communication. 11. Which of the following is essential when interpreting wiat results for a student? A. Ignoring cultural and linguistic differences. B. Evaluating the student's performance in isolation from other assessments. C. Considering external factors such as test anxiety or environmental influences. D. Relying solely on the student's scores without considering their background. 12. When designing a curriculum for students based on wiat results, what should be the primary focus? A. Solely increasing test scores. B. Addressing the individual learning needs and strengths of each student. C. Following a rigid, standardized curriculum for all students. D. Ignoring individualized student data. 13. What aspect of a student's performance on the wiat is typically a focus of a comprehensive evaluation? A. Only their cognitive ability to perform basic arithmetic. B. Their overall performance across multiple subtests and comparison to age-matched peers. C. Only their ability to complete written tasks. D. Their physical development. 14. How can a teacher use wiat results to inform instruction? A. By focusing exclusively on areas where the student performed well. B. By providing remediation in areas of weakness while building on strengths. C. By disregarding the results and following standard classroom instruction. D. By modifying the test to suit individual preferences. 15. What is a key consideration for ensuring ethical use of the wiat? A. Providing the test results only to the student's teachers. B. Using the test solely for academic purposes without considering any personal data. C. Gaining informed consent and maintaining confidentiality when sharing results. D. Using the test to determine a student's future career path. 16. The wiat can help identify A. Behavioral issues unrelated to academic performance. B. A student's intellectual potential regardless of academic performance. C. Areas of academic strength and weakness for educational planning. D. A student's social skills. 17. Which subtest of the wiat assesses a student's ability to identify and use correct punctuation in writing? A. Oral expression. B. Written expression. C. Spelling. D. Math fluency. 18. When using the wiat to assess adult learners, what is a critical adjustment that must be considered? A. Subtest difficulty levels should be modified for a specific age group. B. The focus should shift from cognitive abilities to physical skill assessments. C. The test should be only administered in its entirety, without skipping sections. D. The results must be interpreted according to a different norm group. 19. Which subtest on the wiat is primarily concerned with a student's ability to write coherent sentences under timed conditions? A. Word reading. B. Listening comprehension. C. Spelling. D. Written expression. 20. How should test administrators approach students with limited English proficiency when administering the wiat? A. They should be excluded from the test to avoid potential bias. The test should be administered in their native language if available. C. Administer the test using only verbal instructions. D. Ignore language barriers and proceed with the standard English version of the test. 21. What is the role of the wiat in the context of response to intervention, RTI? A. The WIT is used to diagnose learning disabilities only. B. The wiat results guide decisions for appropriate interventions based on academic needs. C. The wiat results are used to monitor student behavior. D. The wiat is not used in RTI settings. 22. How can mentors use wiat results to enhance the learning experience of adult learners? A. By focusing exclusively on remedial subjects. B. By providing personalized strategies that align with the learner's strengths and weaknesses. C. By using the results to make decisions about career placement. D. By focusing only on the areas in which the learner struggles the most. 23. What is a limitation of the wiat when evaluating the progress of adult learners? A. It is not effective for individuals with a history of trauma. It only measures basic academic skills and does not account for real-world application. C. It does not consider cultural differences in language and communication. D. It cannot be used for students over the age of 25. 24. In terms of regulatory compliance, how should wiat results be handled after the test is administered? A. They should be shared freely with any interested parties. B. They should be securely stored and shared only with authorized individuals per confidentiality agreements. C. They can be discarded after they are used for academic assessment. D. They should be posted publicly for transparency. 25. When interpreting a student's low performance in a specific wiat subtest, what should an evaluator consider first? A. The student's effort and test-taking motivation. B. The student's socioeconomic background. C. The possibility of external factors such as anxiety or fatigue. D. The student's behavior during the test. 26. Which of the following best describes the relationship between wiat results and curriculum development? A. The results should guide decisions about which subjects need to be covered more frequently. The results should dictate what the student will learn next, regardless of interests. C. The results should provide insight into how the student best learns rather than what they need to learn. D. The results should only be used to determine whether a student passes or fails. 27. How does the wiat differ from other achievement tests like the Woodcock-Johnson tests of achievement? A. The wiat focuses more on the student's mental health rather than academic achievement. E. The wiat includes more subtests focused on math skills. C. The wiat is specifically designed for individuals with special needs. D. The wiat provides more detailed feedback on specific academic areas and skills. 28. How should the wiat be used in the context of mentorship programs for adults? It should be used to strictly assess basic academic knowledge only. B. It should be used as a diagnostic tool to personalize learning interventions. C. It should be used to judge if the student is ready to enter a career. D. It should be used exclusively for language arts and math curriculum. 29. What is the most effective way to use wiat results in developing a student's individual learning plan, ILP? A. Use the results to create broad, non-specific goals for the student. B. Incorporate specific areas of strength and weakness identified in the test to set focused goals. C. Focus only on the student's weaknesses and ignore their strengths. D. Design the plan around achieving perfect scores in every test subtest.